when those interest rates were in like the twos,
Yeah.
a house would go on the market and there would be 100 people at the open house, line around the block. Everybody had their silly mask on, and one group would be allowed in at a time, and it would take all day. And then there would be 20 offers, 10 of them would be over asking price, and no contingencies on the appraisal. So they would pay cash. Like everybody had money to spend on
Hmm.
houses. It was crazy. It was difficult if like somebody wanted to buy and like upgrade it on a house. It was a juggling act because you would sell the house in a day, and then you'd be freaking John Villante. He almost quit on me. I had to give him multiple pep talks throughout the process of selling his house in Long Beach and buying in Levittown, because we'd be just waiting on open house lines. And he was so funny. He would make fun of everybody on the line. The entire line, he'd be like, "Oh, look at this guy with his greasy ponytail. You real estate agents, you guys are all scumbag slime balls. You're still a slimy job, Al. He goes, you're just a slime." And then and then he's like, I'm out of here, Al. I'm leaving. He goes, I'm leaving. We would wait for like a half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour on the line, and we wouldn't go anywhere. And he's going, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. And his wife would be, John, relax. We got to, and she was pregnant at the time. We had to pull him off the ledge and keep, I go, yeah, I'm pretty sure that happened at the house that he ended up buying. We had to keep him on track, and he ended up like loving the house. He bought the house, and then at the closing table, he made fun of everybody at the closing table. And these are people like lawyers and bank attorneys. They didn't know John like we did. His attorney did, and I did, but everybody else at the closing table, like, what the heck? He was like, all these real estate people make all this money. Where's all my money going? How much are the closing costs? What the heck? He goes, this guy, the title closer, what? He goes, what the heck? What are you getting paid $200 to walk down the stairs? Like, what are you even doing here? And we were all dying laughing. His side, the people that knew him, were dying laughing. I think the other people were mortified. It was hysterical. It was such a fun process to help Vellante. And but it was selling his house. It sold very quickly. We had 2 open houses. There was a line around the block. I ended up getting a couple deals in that area just because people saw how
The
busy
line.
the open
Wow.
house was. I didn't really do anything. I just had an open house, and there was a million people down the block. People saw all this traffic. They saw my sign on the front lawn, and they called me and they said, "Hey, I'm looking to sell my house. I saw you had a crazy open house. You must be doing something right." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I sure am. Let's do it." But yeah, he sold his house in like a day, and then we had to find them a house, and it was like, "Are we going to be able to get something?" Thank God the people that were selling, they were like teachers, and I'm pretty sure they accepted his offer. That might have been even like a little bit less than the highest and best offer, just because they realized he was a teacher, and his story that he was, in the school district he grew up in, and his kids were going to go to the same school. So that kind of like played at the heartstrings and got the deal done. But it was a crazy process. Now it's a little more even. You put the house on the market. It sits on the market for a little bit longer.
How long?
And I mean, it depends on how it's priced. If it's priced right, it could be a couple weeks. If you're still getting some of the houses in the lower price ranges that are going super fast because people, they still need somewhere to go, even with the interest rates high. You got to buy, first time home buyers. They're figuring out something, putting a rental in the basement or something. But in those lower price ranges, they're still going fast. I think that's starting to see a little bit slow down on the like the $1 million mark. Over a
Hmm.
million, things are slow and sitting on the market for longer. But at the lower price ranges, if it's priced right, it's still selling pretty fast. Not what it was back, maybe like a little bit into the COVID boom. That was crazy.